Hey, what's up, everybody? It is your girl JoJo, and I'm here with the review for Love After Lockup Season 6. I think we're on episode 4. I am going to keep this picture up the entire time because I want to go ahead and get the review done. It is already hella late, which is my apologies. I was serving y'all's country this weekend, and I did not have any time to do any type of reviews, and I was exhausted on Monday, so I was playing catch up, with my rest and my life. So I didn't get a chance to review the show, but I'm here now, and it's delayed but not denied. All right, hallelujah. So I'm doing the review, and I want to also get Never Ever Mets done. So I'm gonna breeze through Never Ever Mets. I'm trying to get both of them done in less than an hour. So we're gonna see if we can do it. Let's get started on the tomfoolery that is Love After Lockup. Okay, let's go ahead and get Brooklyn out the way. She's still mad about her man having some big booty girl on the back of the iPad, to which, of course, he explains away as being a girl from the game or somebody he played games with or something like that. I'm sure there were games being played, and one of the games was the lie that he told you that she went ahead and believed, because what other choice did she have? She done went up for this man. She done went against her brother for this man. She got to go ahead and prove. She can't prove everybody right. But yeah, I'm sure that's the girl he messing with. We'll probably find out later. We also learned that Brooklyn had a daughter. I don't recall her saying that when she first came on the show, but there's a daughter somewhere. And she dealt with infidelity and issues with her daughter's father. So all of this is very familiar to her, but it's also very triggering. So we got all of that. Not too much on them. I guess we'll see more of them probably next week. Now let's talk about Joey and Michael really quick. I think we all know that Michael's going back to jail. It's only a matter of time. He's going to find himself in trouble, and he's going to go back to jail. And I hate to be the one to say it, but he just doesn't have the attitude of a man that is reformed or wants to be reformed. Joey ends up crying by the time we get to the end of the episode, because I'm sure Michael is triggering all type of anxiety in this man, all type of fight or flight. That's a good sign. You need to leave him alone. Michael is itching to get back into his old contacts, which he does, and his old text messages. He says that Joey and his mom pulling a stunt like that makes him feel controlled. He doesn't want to be controlled. Joey is being very, I guess you could say, like, you can tell he's nervous, but he's being like passive aggressive about it. Like, all right, I just want to make sure you get there. Michael acted like he got all day and all night to get to his sober living home or halfway house, whatever you want to call it. He act like it don't matter what time he get there. He act like it don't matter what time he report. I've done this 100 times. Joey, you just need to chill out. And so, he's already talking about using again, not in front of Joey, but he's definitely considering it. So he finally does go check in. And then when they get to I think it's a sober living house, when they get there and they tell him the rules and they show him the place, we find out Michael has already been there before. And when he was there, he violated the rules, of course, because it's Michael. He don't care. And when he gets in there and they show him the room, now I thought the room was all right, for a man just getting out of prison. But he claims his prison walls is way better than that room. The bed was way better. They just trying to get his money, because they got rules that if you come in late, you got to pay $20, and then you got to take a urinalysis and all of this stuff that he don't want to do. He don't like the rules. He feel like they trying to get over on him. They just trying to get some money. Then he look at Joey and tell him, I hope you got $20, because I'm not coming back here on time. So I already know I'm going to get in trouble the first night. And Joey is overwhelmed. This is when the tears begin to flow in the confessionals. And one thing I will tell you is that it seems like the production know these people is crazy for doing what they doing, but they got to get their check right. But off to the side, they're always asking them questions that is basically like, are you checking in with your sane self? Like, how is this making you feel? Are you worried? Is this bothering you? And yes, Joey, it is bothering you. I I don't think Joey is a bad looking dude. I know he struggled with some addiction stuff. I know he still live at home, but I think he can do better than this. I think he can find somebody else better than Michael, like at least somebody that can follow the societal rules. At least that. I think he needs to leave Michael alone. This is going to end up in a lot of heartbreak for him. Next, we can talk about Brooke and JK, and bleh, I'm just telling you, those two are disgusting. Like, every time I see them on screen, they look unkempt. The things that they do sound unkempt. It's all just very nasty. First of all, Brooke, I want to let you know that JK mama gonna be on your ass. Do you hear me? On your ass. Every step you take and every move you make, I'm gonna be on your ass, baby, in the words of Mama Joyce. They get to the house. Okay, this is a new home. They ain't got no Wi-Fi or none of those things. But JK is excited to be home. Now, initially, he was gonna have to sleep on the couch, but Marlene, was that her name, y'all? The roommate. All right. So keep in mind now, it's his mama, his stepdaddy, and then they got a roommate, and she a little sickly. And she got a little hospital bed in there, and you know the little thing that you got to go to the bathroom at night. And I got some family, and that little pee-pee smell don't never leave the room, no matter how well you clean. It's something about that little bucket, that smell just never quite leave. But you really got to keep some Clorox. Anyway, y'all not asking me about my home caretaking tips, huh? It's a CPAP machine in there, like little hospital bed, but she has so graciously allowed them to be able to stay in her room for the night, or however long Brooke gonna be there, I guess. So JK is feeling it. He like, yeah, that's it right here, baby. This is the one. We about to do what we got to do. Brooke is looking around like, this nasty in here, and it's a pee bucket over there. It's a machine right here. We got these rails on the bed. Like, I don't know. But baby, it is crazy what some DICK can make you do, because not even 5 minutes later, Brooke is all post-coital. All right, they done got to it. They done did the things that toothless lovers do, and Brooke is happy now. All right, the rails came in handy. I was sick to my stomach. Y'all did that on that leg. Get on the floor. Anyway, she said it was everything that she could have imagined, that she could live with it for the rest of her life. Just nasty, y'all. We find out that JK's mama had done slid him a box of condoms, right, earlier that night, and said, you go ahead and use these. JK say, he don't use no condominiums. He like to dig, and he like to dig deep. All right, raw dog is how he live. He ain't never had no kids. Pull-out game is strong. I said, I don't know how y'all pull-out game strong fresh out of prison. I don't have a penis, right? So I could just shut up. But I don't think I would have no pull-out game coming out the penitentiary. But he said his pull-out game is strong. He don't need no condoms. And I'm just telling you, ladies, are you laying with men with no condoms and you not demanding no test results? Oh, my Lord. I'm going to get over it. But Brooke is happy about it. All right? No protection was used. Mama, you wasted your money. You wasted your money when you bought the Magnums in the first place. And this ain't got nothing to do with no size. But this got y'all know they make other condoms, right? Men, I'm talking to y'all. For those of you who watch, y'all know they make other condoms, right? Other than Magnum. I know Magnum, they got the gold pack, and it's real exciting, and you feel like your penis is real big. But they make other condoms, better ones. Much, 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 much better for everybody involved. Get you some. All right? Get you some Life, some Skins. Google around, they make better condoms than that, okay? That's all I'm going to tell you. But Mama, you wasted your money on that, because he said no. I forgot to mention when they came in, JK mentioned how him and his stepdad had been through a lot. He used to talk a lot of mess to his stepdaddy, tell him, you not my real daddy, you can't tell me what to do. And then, see, baby, this is how I know I ain't meant to be no step parent. Because I'll be there turned around and be like, you right, I'm not your real daddy. I want you. Your real daddy don't. That was mean. You shouldn't say that to the kids. But hey, we can get it up if you pass the age of 12. Anyways, JK has to go down to was it the police station or the courthouse? Either way, he needs to go appear. Y'all know he got an ankle monitor and stuff on. So he's going up in there to check in. And he tells Brooke, give me a kiss in case they send me back to jail. Brooke ain't got time for the games. So he goes back in there, and it's taking him a long time to come out. 30 minutes go by, hour go by, 2 hours go by. She got to call and check in with headquarters, which is JK's mama. JK mama say, get out the car. You get your behind in there, and you go check on my son, is what you do. So what does Brooke do? She do what headquarters tell her. She go in there and she check on the son. Now, I would like to mention that Brooke is upset with JK at this point in time, even though she got a little DICK, so this might hold her over. But when they first got to the home, she was actually upset with JK because JK had not asked about her children, had not asked to speak to her children, and wasn't concerned with talking to them when he knows they have phones. Brooke, baby, I don't know who gonna be the one to tell you, but JK don't care about your kids. Them not his kids. He worried about getting his own child up off of you. He not worried about them other men's kids. He don't know them kids. He may have talked to them on the phone. It's like a puppy. I might F around with it here and there, but out of sight, out of mind. He not worried about your kids. He not worried about your kids. And Brooke is wanting to know why he been on the phone since 3 o'clock in the morning. I would be wanting to know that as well. Now, he very well could be playing on some apps. All of this might be new to him. He might be enjoying his phone again. But she seemed to think that he might be talking to the ex-girlfriend. And yeah, he might be talking to the ex-girlfriend. But the fact that you even this worried about it means all of this is no good. But you can't tell these girls nothing. They think they know everything. Let's go to the next foolish couple. I done did a whole section and it didn't record. Okay, I was talking about Will and Courtney. Courtney's a cute girl, all right? They about to meet up for the first time, and Will is just so excited. Now, I feel like Will and Courtney, I'm sure they've talked about sex, but as far as what kind of sex is going to happen when they get there, I'm trying to figure out if they had two different conversations, because Will is ready to do all kind of freaky stuff, things that he ain't even used to doing himself. He about to try some new stuff on her. He got a butt plug, baby. He got the Shibari. He got some real proper like dildos and care. I said, you done spent a little bit of money on this affair. I'm thinking to myself now Courtney is talking about how she is wanting to take things a little bit slower, right? And not really rush into nothing. She's concerned about the intimacy, all of this. It just sounds like they done had two different conversations about two different things. Because Will is trying to get it real freaky like in that room. And Courtney is just like, I don't want to rush. I don't want to move too fast. So we gonna see how that go. Now the mama, I don't know what the hell did the mama have on? Why you got on them Birkenstocks? You real cold at the top, but then real summer at the bottom. Then you get out there talking about it's cold, I'm ready. Who told you to wear your toes out? So WeTV, they so messy. They have it like looking as if Courtney gonna have another man there, but it's not another man, it's her sponsor. The sponsor has been sober 20 some odd years, and he is there to help her along the path. He likes to give back. Will is very happy to have him there, because even though he went on his own sobriety journey, baby, he gonna be too busy with butt plugs and carrying on. He ain't gonna help her on that path. I'm just kidding, y'all. He probably gonna help her, but he glad the sponsor gonna be there. So Courtney finally shows up. She's a cute girl. And Courtney tells us at the height of her success, baby, she was pulling in $3,000 to $5,000 a week doing her Grand Theft Auto. I said, oh, she's a serious criminal. Like, it ain't no little possession, gun charge. She said stealing luxury vehicles and selling them. All right. And she was doing some meth at the same time. So, yeah, but she say she not doing none of that no more. She has changed. Her mom was really happy to see her. You know you done cut up on your mama bad when she say, even though I don't want her to be there, I'm glad it's a little bit of a relief to know that Courtney's in jail because at least I know she's safe. You done cut up real bad when at least the jail is safety for you. So she is excited to see Will. They had one of the best meetups I've probably seen on the show thus far. She was very happy to see him. He was very happy to see her. She says that Will isn't the guy she would have chose when she was in her addiction, which honestly, if they was around the same age at the same time, she would have met Will in her addiction because they both were doing the same type of things, except she was way more bossed up than Will was about it. But he ain't always just been this straight-laced IT dude. He had to change. But anyway, they're very excited to see each other, and Will is just like a kid in a candy store, baby. He trying to hold himself together because he really, really want to pull this ring out and ask this girl to marry him. But not quite, Will. Not quite. Okay, just sit on it just a smidge longer. And then lastly, y'all know who we gonna talk about next. Alexis, Julius, and Ashley. Now, Julius said it one more time, as if we didn't hear him the first time. It's been 6 years since I've been with a woman. Stop saying that, baby. Stop saying that, baby. So he laid in the bed with Alexis. They post-coital too. Okay, they done hit it raw as well, as we hear from the production. And Alexis said it was great. Child, you can tell it was great. Alexis looked tired. Okay, she looked like she got drug all up and through that apartment. And Julius is laying there like, yes, okay, you good? Because I'm good. He going through that phone. Alexis, you can tell she want to know what's going on in that phone, but she ain't going to say nothing quite yet. They going to meet up with his people, finally. He been said he was with his mama for 2 days. He finally going to actually get with her. So he go over there with his mama. And Julius is talking about how nobody came to see him. Didn't nobody hold him down if the shoe was on the other foot. If the shoe was on the other foot, boy, you wouldn't have done it either. You wouldn't have done it either. You might have sent a couple of, a little note card, and not even a postcard here and there. You wouldn't have been coming to see nobody either. Okay? One thing about being in jail that everybody gonna have to understand, if you go to jail, everybody else's life is going on. And that's not to say that you don't deserve a visit or a phone call. It's the least you could do, yes. But ain't nobody about to be coming out there to see you all the time. Whatever you did, I'll tell anybody, whatever you did to get yourself in jail, I'll see you when you get out. I'm not subjecting myself to come up to no jail. I'm not doing it. Unless you did some type of honorable, like somebody did something to your child, you felt like you need to retaliate in a certain kind of way. Okay, maybe I would kind of understand that. But other than that, baby, I'm not coming up there. You've been doing drugs. You've been stealing cars. You done raped somebody, killed somebody, stabbed somebody. No. I'm not coming up there. And don't be calling my line collect. I'm going to send you some letters. We going to treat this just like basic training. That's what I got when I was in basic, letters. And that's what you going to get, letters. That's all I can do for you, sugar. U.S. Postal Service. So he go meet up with his sisters, his mama. There's a lot of apologies being said. I'm sorry I didn't get to see you. I had a lot going on. I'm a single mom. I couldn't really send you no money. His sisters are so enamored with how tall he done got and how big he done got. Not big, but you know what I mean. The little boy they used to know. The mama is talking about how she was having some addiction issues with alcohol. I said, look, GD, he ain't look like he coming from no good stock. The daddy in and out of jail. Oh, y'all, just everybody don't need to have kids, okay? Everybody don't need to, it's not a requirement. So anyway, Julius is telling his mama he forgive him. He's happy to see them. But baby, he got to get somewhere because he got to call that other woman. He got to call Ashley. So when they get back to Alexis' house, Alexis trying to sit real close to him. He get up and he was like, oh, my homeboy, I got to go see what's up with my homeboy. He tweaking. He go outside. Homeboy's Ashley. Ashley is in the room being delusional. One thing I'll tell you about Ashley, she let her delusion, she try to act like she mad, she let it go immediately, all right? She telling Julius, I love you every time. He be like, yep, all right, and get off the phone. But she all getting all gussied up, putting on her ghastly wife. What kind of makeup is that? It's Casper #3. She got that going because she ready for Julius to come see her and, probably go have sex with her too, unprotected. So, She answered the phone. He tell her, I'm about to come through there. I'm about to come see you. He tell Alexis he going to see his homeboy. He got to take an Uber. Alexis is not done. Well, that remains to be seen. But she know that something is going on. She not crazy. But he leaves, take an Uber down to the Holiday Inn so he can go see his other woman. She in there eating beef jerky. I said, now is not the time for that. Do you have an Altoid? No. She got on her little dress and she ready to see her man. And child, he come up in there. I can't tell exactly by his facial expression if he impressed, but I don't think he is. He already said that Alexis definitely looked better than her. That's not funny. But he already said Alexis looked better than her for sure after she sent him them, bootleg Holiday Inn, a boudoir photo shoot that she took with her homegirls. I was about to say that's it. That's not it. Not too much. Demondrick and Kiana. Kiana, girl, you got it going on, baby. You working in the pharmacy. You do hair. Like, I don't understand why you doing this. But this who you want, I guess. So Demondrick go meet up with his baby mama. All right, I forget the baby mama name, so I'm gonna just call her baby mama. Baby mama already know how Demondrick is. This relationship ain't gonna work because you done cheated on me every time you been with this girl. And not only that, but we done had kids. His last child is 2 years old. He went to jail for 2 years. The girl was pregnant probably when he went, or she had just had the baby. So obviously these two don't leave each other alone, and she knows that. But he get his homeboy to take him down there. He tell his homeboy, sit in the back in case something get crazy. So he's just trying to get her to understand, like, Kiana is good for me. This is who I want to be with. And she was just like, you say that now, but, what's going to happen later? You always say that. And he was like, I'm just saying, like, me and you, like, maybe one day is not only giving out some type of false hope, but it's also letting us know that you ain't really serious about Kiana like that. Number two, I don't like when men try to give women something to hold on to, because while you dating and being with somebody else and trying to see if this relationship is going to work, you ain't giving a second thought to the fact that she holding herself up for you. All right. I mean, she 3 kids in, so we already know she gonna do that. He invited her to his daddy's barbecue, and she say she might have to wear something a little spicy, just get a little some stuff going. And she asked him, well, if she don't like the things between me and you, our relationship, how we gonna co-parent? Easy. Y'all gonna co-parent and not have sex with each other. But that's too much like right. So we already know what's probably gonna happen there. But Demondrick is letting her know, but not letting her know I'm moving on. All right? And she was like, and what I'm supposed to do? You supposed to move on too, baby. You supposed to move on too. But anyway, y'all, we know that's not going to happen. There's going to be some things going on down to the cookout. And that was really it for Love After Lockup. I'm sorry I didn't do any photos. I just wanted to get the review done and get it out to y'all because it's already Tuesday. We going to do better on Friday. I don't have too much. Well, I got stuff planned for the weekend, but I should be able to slide the review in with no problem. Thank y'all for sticking with me. I'm going to do Never Ever Mets tonight. Like, comment, and subscribe. It'll be up in a little bit. Bye-bye.